ready when ready.
Yes.
All phones on silent, not vibrating.
What, I don't even have my phone on my face. I don't know where it is.
Okay. Yeah, you can use that. Hey you guys, you already know we back with another, oh fuck my life. Shit, sorry. Sorry. Hey y'all, we're in the mix. And we're back with another interview for you guys. Today we have Mr. Larry Whitaker. Introduce yourself, Larry.
My name is, who am I talking to?
Either all of us or the camera.
Oh yeah, it don't matter.
Okay, so my name is Larry Whitaker. I am the founder of Food for Thought Thursday,
Yes.
which is a program on Norfolk State University's campus where we focus on increasing student retention. So that's like the main objective of the whole program. So every Thursday between that 12:30 and 1:30 lunch break, we have food. We provide a relaxed atmosphere. It's mainly for freshman and sophomore students, but a lot of people come, like Kendra, who just graduated, by the way. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
But we have different topics. But at the end of by the end of the session, we always want the students to walk away with something. For example, one of the topics that we had was walk it like I talk it. And walk it like I talk it, the takeaways from that is before you can walk it like you talk it, like before you can basically put your money where your mouth is, sometimes you have to talk it like you talk it. So that's the first step. Talk it like you talk it, and then you crawl it like you talk it, and then you are able to walk it like you talk it. So that's just like, you know, a little bit of something that we do.
Levels to this.
It's levels to it, exactly.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, so what made you start this? Like how did Larry was like, hey, I'm gonna do this every Thursday.
Right.
Like what is the origin of this?
Well, I am in grad school. Again at Norfolk State, and I'm studying school counseling. So in pursuing school counseling, I'm also a grad assistant, and with that comes this opportunity. So when I first got the job, they were like, okay, we have all this money that we need to spend, and we have these ideas, and we just need something, you know, to do. And that's why the first semester, it didn't start until like October. That's why a lot of people didn't find out about it until the spring. But, so they came to me and they were like, Larry, we have this idea. All we have is the money and the objective. And the objective is, like I said, is to increase the student retention. And because that's basically what higher ed is about. And so the problem was that by the time our students graduated, they didn't have no job. You know, so they graduated unprepared, or they were graduating too late. So outside of that 4-year range. And by the way, you know, it's not bad to graduate outside of the 4-year range, but you know, the plan is for you to graduate in 4 years. So it's either those two or they're not graduating at all. So they had this problem, and the solution was to be that support net. Because if you think about it, you have 18-year-olds, and you're telling them that they may be from different types of states, different areas, and they're coming to college. It's new for them. Like, think about us when we were freshmen. We're 17, 18. It's a whole nother world. So what happens when you don't have a mentor, no guidance? You end up flunking out. So Food for Thought Thursday, when they brought it to me, they were like, we want you to do this, and we want it to be for the first and second year students, and we don't have a day or anything like that. So my mentor, actually, Crystal Andrew, shout out to her, she was helping me, like, trying to find a day. And I'm really big on alliteration, and because it has to be aesthetically pleasing and to the ears. So Food for Thought Thursday, I was trying to figure out something about Monday, and I couldn't come up with nothing, and Monday is just a very tough day to begin with.
Right.
Tuesday, I think I had some type of class conflict. Wednesday was a long day as well, and then Fridays, nobody's gonna. I probably wouldn't even pull up on Friday, especially with activity. That's slow. So Thursday seemed like the best thing, and then the food aspect came from having food there. So I'm like, okay, how can I play on, do a play on words?
You know, that's gonna bring people there.
Exactly.
Free food.
Exactly, free food. So I was like, okay, boom. So food is a buzzword. When you're talking about college students, they see food, and then when they get there, it's gonna be something that's gonna be intellectually stimulating. So it's going to cause them to think. So food for thought, and it's hosted on a Thursday. So that's why I went with that. And the thing was, it was just out on a whim. Like people, I didn't know what I was doing. The office didn't know what they were doing. It was just something that we were trying. And then people caught on to it.
You literally brought life to the phrase food for thought.
Yeah, and I didn't notice it until you said it. And I was like, wow. Because she was like, yeah, Larry, you're the founder of Food for Thought. And I was like, I am. That's like, crazy. Right, I'm really doing something. But so yeah, that's how I came up with Food for Thought. And the topics, they were just coming as I went, honestly. And I always looked for the need. I was talking to the students, and I'm a student as well, again, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm higher than that. I'm still a student, and that's one of the things that I always push. You know, I was just in your shoes. I just graduated last year, so it's not like I'm too far removed. I still know the struggles that you go through, but I'm here to teach you like how to get through them. So that's the answer to that.
Okay.
Hey, gosh.
That was a good explanation.
Right.
I hope that it wasn't too long.
No,
but
perfect.
It was just so well covered.
Right. You covered from A to Z. So what are some of your inspirations? Like, I know like we all get inspired by different, like, either people or activities that happen in your life. What is like the inspiration for Food for Thought Thursday to be like, man, I want to keep this going, even though I graduated undergrad and I'm in grad school right now. I want to keep this going.
The need. I definitely see the need. And one thing that I always go back to, I put myself in the shoes of being 18 and 19-year-old around in college, and like the things that I was going through. And I was going through hell, like for real, like mentally, my mental was really messed up. That was a big time where I was going through like depression. And I ended up getting out of it, and then when I got out of it, or I coped with it, I learned to cope with it better. I was like, wow, so if I'm dealing with this at this age, imagine what the rest of the thousands of students on campus are dealing with.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I found my way out, and I'm trying to give back to the students so they can find their way out as well, because I really believe that I was blessed. Like my GPA dropped. I wasn't going to class and things like that, but I still had my friends and my family that was still holding me up. So again, students, other people may not have that. So that's why I said that I wanted Food for Thought Thursday to be a safe space where you can come, you can eat, you can just chill. Because I don't know what you deal with, you know, before you step into the room. And so that's why I always say I want to give some type of motivation. So to take away not just academic skills, because it's one thing to be academically sound, but if you're not mentally, emotionally, physically good, then you got a high GPA, but
balance.
Right, exactly. So you may graduate, you may have a good GPA and all of that, but you don't know how to function as a human being. Right. So that's really the biggest issue that I see.
And especially with like HBCUs, like because in the black community, mental health is so swept under the rug.
Yes.
It really is. So
it's huge.
To give that safe haven for people, that's very commendable. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. And also, God, I could not do anything without God's help. And even that's why I just went to the bathroom, just to be honest with you. I was like, oh, snap, I forgot to pray. And like before Food for Thought, I would always pray. And I didn't know the weight of it until like people were coming up to me after talking about, yeah, Larry, I'm going through this, and this, and you spoke to that. And I'm like, wow, I'm literally just coming up with topics and just talking it and don't even know who it's hitting. And it's hitting mad people.
And that's amazing. Because you don't know who you're touching.
Right.
You could just pick a topic, but that can touch somebody. Like, they could be like, damn, like, this nigga, like, really speaking to me on that type level. That could give them the motivation to keep going.
Exactly.
What's the feedback you got?
Well, I think...
From adults, from people, like, in our, like, alums, you know?
Alums now, okay.
And then for the first and second year students, from like, so I guess from like each point.
There is a difference. Both students overall, you know, all classifications overall say that it's helping them and they love the food. Those are the two things that I get. We love the food and we always get something from it. But even with sitting in the session, you can see how the alums, I don't know why I keep wanting to say 11th and 12th grade, but the juniors and the seniors, they play more of the big brother and big sister.
Giving advice.
Right, giving advice, and then the freshmen and sophomores are just taking all the advice in. So those are the two perspectives, but I feel like the numbers really play, the numbers answers the question better because, like I said, we started off with like 5 or 6 people.
I was gonna say from when I first started to come, and then it started to get packed. I'm like, yo, where my seat at?
Right. So you'll see.
Where's my seat? I'm confused.
Exactly.
You cannot pull up late.
Exactly. You will miss out on your seat and miss out on your food.
Okay.
All of that, but.
My apologies, but like, cause something that Runyon, like what I heard is like juniors and seniors being like big brothers and big sisters. Do you see yourself like in the future giving these juniors and seniors like opportunities to like volunteer to be those big brothers and big sisters for these freshmen and sophomores?
So there was an opportunity where the upperclassmen mentored the underclassmen, and this was an empowerment series that I had, and I had like 4 or 5 upperclassmen, and they would come back and tell their story about how they were their freshman year compared to now that they're about to walk across the stage. So as a freshman and a sophomore, you're sitting in these seats and you're hearing them talk about everything that they went through, and it gives you the opportunity to have like a snapshot of what's to come, because you know life happens, you know, and it can happen to anybody. Like it has no respect of persons. So it's like you're preparing yourself for the turmoil and the barriers that are going to come from
what ifs.
Right, especially the what ifs. And again, like it's crazy because we really don't have that, and especially if you're coming from an alien place or to an alien place. Norfolk State is an alien place to some people. So it's like you're here by yourself. How do you maneuver? How do you move? Especially when life hits. So yeah, that's the opportunity that I provide for that, the empowerment series, which I'm also going to bring back because that blew up. Like a lot of people loved it, and the thing was, it got very emotional. And when things get emotional, especially when you're talking about problems, it's a good sign.
Transparency.
Right, because something is, I always say when you get emotional, when you're crying, when you're upset, something is breaking. I don't know what it is, and you may not know, but something is breaking.
Could be a good break also.
Exactly,
yeah,
that's the thing.
There's positive breaks.
Yes, there's positive breaks. I forgot the camera was even there. There are positive breaks.
Positive breaks.
Yeah,
smack that on the shirt.
Yeah.
Because some people think like when people cry about certain situations that they're in, or they get emotional or passionate about it, it's because they're hurt.
Or they're
weak. Yeah, or they're weak. But they could be doing that to show the next person, hey, I've been through that. I made it through that, and you can do it also.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Like you said,
the living example.
Yeah.
We get lost. I always say we get lost so that we can find each other. We get lost so that we can help each other find another way. Because how can I show you how to get to town center if I've never been?
Right.
So because I've been lost, and because I know Virginia Beach Boulevard, and I know Kempsville Road, I know how to get to town center. But if you ain't never been there, I'm like, okay, bet.
That's the blind leading the blind.
Exactly. So
put that shit on the shirt.
Put that in the book.
Right. What are like future plans for Food for Thought? Like, do you see it just for Norfolk State, or do you see it expanding to like other universities? Like, cause I honestly can see it like going from university to university on like a tour type thing. Like you going to like different schools talking to people. So tell me, like, what do you have planned for Food for Thought in the future?
Now, as far as Norfolk State is concerned, there are going to be some changes, and hopefully they're for the better, because they're out of my control. Because one thing that I learned, like being in higher ed, like things are so political, and everything operates on a budget. So as soon as your money's gone, the whole program can be gone. So there's going to be changes, but we've learned new ways to approach people, and there's new topics. Because remember, like I said last year, stuff was just on a whim, but now we're actually planning, and we're going for a greater impact. Hopefully it's more people, better food, and I'm thinking about making it another day as well. That's one thing that I didn't drop. Right, so y'all getting this before.
Oh, we get this exclusive.
Yeah.
This exclusive.
So Thursdays, I'm still going to keep Food for Thought Thursday going, but I think I'm going to add another session, maybe like on a Tuesday during the evening for people that can't make it on Thursdays. So that's what's coming. And honestly, I didn't think about taking it to other schools until this Brandon retreat that I just went to, the BYOB retreat this weekend. And when I was really thinking about my heart and like what I want to do is teaching, is mentorship, especially with Food for Thought. So I'm like, yeah, I really could not just take it from university to university, but community to community, high school to high school. I could take it to one of the schools that I'm going to be counseling at.
Right.
So it's Food for Thought is going to be like, this is definitely the beginning. And I think that I don't even know when I started. So that's the crazy thing about it. Yeah. Because
you do really great mentoring, because I know, like, you know, Izzy and I have had conversations, who is our sweet talk mates, basically. And you've taught me a lot of stuff that I do implement into my everyday thing and stuff. So I do thank you. But you do really great mentoring. And yeah, you're going to do great shit.
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it.
Bro, it sounds like you're ready to write a good book, bro.
Yeah, I really want to write a book, but I have no idea what to write it on. Because I could go, you know, because you know I just started Ego Feed the Soul. I could go that route, talk about love and purpose and passion and things like that. Or I could go the student route, talk about getting a career after your degree. I might go all, I don't know.
Make it a chapter book, like, make it like a volumes book, like this volume is about love and passion. This is volume.
Start the Ego Feed the Soul.
Start
the
Ego Feed the Soul is a brand that I just created last year in September. And Start the Ego Feed the Soul is not something that I made up, like those words. That's something that has always been used. I just read it.
Again.
Which you do a lot, because Food for Thought, I've seen that a lot on, you know, the internet, but you took those words and made it your own.
It was crazy.
Like, well, hold on, before you remember Chalk Zone? Like when he would draw it, and then it would come to life. That's literally what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing.
Chalk Zone. Okay. Food for Thought. This is Food for Thought because you mentioned that. Bringing stuff to alive. My mom told me, it might have been, I was at church one day and the pastor had told me, he was like, everything that you touch is going to turn to gold. And everywhere that you walk is going to turn to gold. And I was like, wow, what does that even mean? And so now I feel like I'm living in that truth. And like I said, like, I'm still young. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers, but I feel like things coming alive is like a part of my purpose. So it's like I have to watch what I put my hands on. Because some things may not be for me. So segue to start the Ego Feed the Soul. Ego talks about fear. It talks about being in competition with people and doing things for selfish reasons. Soul, when you're following your soul, you're feeding your soul, you're feeding who you're destined to be, who you're called to be. And I got that from when I was going through depression and I was seeing how on Instagram people were feasting for likes and comments and all of that, and I'm like, look, that's ego. Like you're building yourself up off of what other people think about you.
Right.
But who are you? Like who are you? Like what is your soul?
Outside of Instagram, before social media, who were you?
Exactly. Like who were you? So that's what Start the Ego Feed the Soul encourages to be you. And I'm actually trying to revamp the mission statement and the vision because again, like things have to grow. Things have to grow. So. Start the Ego Feed the Soul is about you being who you were called to be, not what society says that you should be. And with that, it's some fire stuff coming with that. Right now I'm in the KOD series. If y'all haven't watched that KOD series, that's on my Instagram. May is Mental Health Month. I don't know if you knew that. Mental Health Awareness Month. And the KOD album talks really big about addictions and mental health. So that's why I went that route. So Start the Ego Feed the Soul. Coming up on a year, and it's definitely going. I'm excited about it.
Black excellence.
And I actually want to give you all these cards. These are my Start the Ego Feed the Soul cards, and it says, "Hi, I'm giving you this card because I admire how you wholeheartedly pursue your passion. Your drive is the key that will reveal your destiny. Please continue to inspire." and it says, pass this along to someone who inspires you. So I'm going to pass it along to you all, and you all can pass it on to somebody else if you want.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, because I really love what y'all are doing, you know, with the mix, because, you know, a lot of people, you could say, y'all could have said, everybody's doing a podcast, everybody's doing this. But at the same time, y'all stuck with it, and you're finding your niche. You're finding out what works for you, because, yeah, everybody has podcasts, but all podcasts aren't the same.
Right.
If I was like, I'm not gonna create a fast food. If McDonald's was like, I'm not gonna create a fast food restaurant because it's mad fast food restaurants out here, then they would never be McDonald's.
Right.
Exactly.
And that was a free plug, by the way. Don't go to McDonald's.
No.
Unless it's for one.
I work. I used to work.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was Wendy's.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's the machine.
It's the machine.
Oh man.
Yes.
So you said you've been working on it for a year.
For a year.
And we know how the struggles it is working on a project for a whole year, the ups, the downs, the changes. What is a difficult part where, has there ever been a part where you're like, man, I'm just gonna like, just forget it, like.
Yeah.
So you had those discouraging moments.
Yes. I was going my 6-month mark actually. So I started in like September, October, and I continued it until December. When that new year rolled in, that's when I kind of fell off. After like February, because I was about to drop a love series on how to love yourself in February. And I just lost the motivation, because one thing I noticed about myself is that I have ideas like flowing through my head like 24/7. So when I feel overwhelmed, I tend to just put everything off. And so I did that, but during that time I was finding out like what I really want. I was finding out about myself. I kind of took a hiatus from it, and then I came back. So now I'm back, and I'm trying to like build it back up. So yeah, I created it a year ago, but it's really been like 6 months or 7 months worth of work. So I'm thinking like, what if I really put in like 12 months worth of work? Where would I be? Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot, but hey, as long as you finish what you started, that's the most important thing.
Right.
You didn't really give up for real. You took a pause, but you didn't give up.
And sometimes you have to do that.
That's true.
Like, because you have to care about yourself before you can care about the world. You know what I mean? Like we all want to be superheroes. We all want to be Superman.
Make sure the superhero is good.
Right, because Superman also has a Clark Kent state.
Exactly.
Right, he's a man before he's a man in a suit. So you got to care for the man outside the suit, so you can effectively be a man or a woman in the suit.
Exactly.
Right. Well, yeah.
So you want to ask the last question?
Okay, so this is a question we ask everybody that we interview.
Okay.
So, if you could look back and talk to little Larry, like 10-year-old Larry, what would you tell him?
Come on, little Larry.
I would. What grade are we in 10th grade? I mean,
10 years from now, we would be like what?
10 years ago.
Yo, we're old. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay,
Right?
so 4 years.
Yeah, middle school.
We'd be like 7th,
7th grade. What was that?
7th grade, Larry.
I was wild.
Oh God, Larry.
I was wild. I ran track. What did I do?
Shout out to the track team.
Shout out to the track team.
We don't get the hype like we should though.
Right.
I ran the mile in high school.
Oh, y'all reminiscent.
Yeah, but one thing that I would tell myself is to be patient. Be patient with myself, because I've always been hard on myself. I'm the oldest. I don't know what it is. Like I feel like I always have to do better. Like I don't like being stagnant. I can't stand being comfortable. So it's like I'm always putting myself in positions to grow. And so one thing that I would tell myself is to be patient and like grow at your own pace. I would tell myself to grow at my own pace. And to watch my surroundings. That's one thing I didn't do.
Yeah.
And God's hand was really on me, because when I tell you I was wild, because I just didn't know. I didn't know. Like I was hanging out with gangs and all of that, but I was cool with it. I've always been a neutral person.
Right.
I could be.
You weren't in the game, but you was cool with the people that was in it.
Right, and on both sides, like they're warring, and I'm just in the middle, don't know what I'm doing. Like it was.
Hey, these my homies, yeah.
Right, so definitely watch my surroundings. It's a lot that people don't know about me.
I need this book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need this book.
I'm like, just because the mix said it. Maybe I should get a book. I'm gonna write a book and then I have to give you all the copies.
Yeah, get us this exclusive copy.
Sign it.
Ooh, I like that.
For the mix.
Exclusive.
Okay, so give everybody your social media.
Yeah, shout yourself out.
My social media, Instagram is at Mr. Whitaker. MisterWhitaker. Also at ste.fts. That's Instagram, and that is Snapchat as well. Twitter, I don't really like Twitter, but I'm trying to get used to it. And my Facebook is Larry Whitaker Jr.
And Blogspot.
And Blogspot. My Blogspot is starveandfeed.blogspot.com.
Hey.
For more
Content and inspiration.
Yes,
for more inspiration, man.
Shout out to the mix.
Hey,
for
shout
doing
out
that
to
thing.
Larry Whitaker, man. We need more people like you out here.
Honestly.
It seems like you're very selfless and you want to give back. And it's not just for, you know, some people just do it for the clout, or some people just do it for the wrong reasons.
It's genuine. And
it's genuine. Your heart's in it. That's right. Alright, so you already know what it is. We had our boy Larry Whitaker. You already know. Make sure you follow him on all social medias. Will be in the description below. Make sure you watch out for big events that's happening this summer for my man. You know, he got a lot for the young people, for our culture. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that. Share.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell all three of you baby daddies.
Hey,
don't forget grandma.
put it in your group chat.
Okay.
Group chat. You already know. We the Mix. Larry Whitaker. We out.